Anyway, Tatooine next. Tatooine is... You can get Bastila's story out of the way. So you land on Tatooine.
You get retarded.
You bring Bastila with you, and her mother's there, and she's like, "Oh, Bastila, your father is dying, and your father's dead. I'm dying. You need to go get his treasure." That's the side story. You get a hunting permit to go into the Dune Sea, and the Zerka Corporation rep there is like, "Hey, we have a big fucking problem with sand people." Like a really big fucking problem with sand people.
I mean, go all fucking Anakin Skywalker.
If you could help us with those fucking sand people, we'd really fucking appreciate it. So you're like, all right. Bastila suggests maybe finding out why the sand people are attacking. This is the light side option. You now have to find someone who speaks sand people. Unfortunately, C-3PO doesn't exist yet, but there's an alternative. You wander into ye old droid shop, and who do you find? HK-47. You buy him, he makes a couple wisecracks about killing his previous owner. You confront the sand people. The chieftain's like, yeah, we don't like their mining we don't like their mining operations. You're like, all right, well, we'll go talk to Zerka and fix it. Canonical is being good in resolving the problem with the sand people. In all of my playthroughs, I have gone Anakin Skywalker on them and killed them all. Not just the men, but the women and children, too.
Do they have women and children? I thought they were just, were sand.
No, they're not just sand, Ryan.
Damn. Hope's crushed.
So, anyway...
They shouldn't be called sand people, then.
Yeah, they shouldn't be. Anyway, you're clearing the prisons out, because they're releasing prisoners, and Mission's like, hey, that's my dirtbag brother! So, you let her dirtbag brother out, and he's like, yeah, give me some money, stuff! And you're like, nah, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. You then now have access to go get the star map, and you get there, and there is some guy there. He's like, yo, dude, don't fucking go in there. There's a crate dragon in there. And you're like, a fucking crate dragon? Let's kill it. So you get a bunch of explosives.
And a bunch of woolly mammoths.
You get a bunch of explosives and a bunch of woolly mammoths and rig the roof of the cave to explode. And you kill it.
No, you put the bombs inside the woolly mammoths.
Oh, yeah, and it eats them and it blows up from the inside. And then the guy was like, oh, cool, here, you could have this crate dragon pearl. And you can sell it, but it's the best attuning crystal for your lightsaber in the game. Get the star map there. The treasure that Bastila's mother was looking for was in there too. You bring that back to Bastila, and she bring it to her mother, and her mother's like, "Oh, thank you, Bastila. I wish I wasn't such a cunt to you." They reconcile.
Sell you to the Jedi.
Sell you to the Jedi. So you take care of that, and you go to Korriban. Now we have a cutscene with the asshole that killed Trask Ulgo, and he is tasked down with hunting you down. So you go to Korriban. Bastila's like, shit, I can't leave the ship. All of the Sith know who I am. So you take Karth with you. Immediately upon leaving the ship, Karth meets one of his pilot buddies who says his son, who was killed during the bombing of Telos, has joined the Sith Academy. So you get your way into the Sith Academy, and you find out, yep, Karth's son, Dustil, is a Sith. And you have to convince Dustil to leave, or you can do what Ryan did and kill him.
I killed both of them.
Yep. So you convince Dustil this isn't the way to go. He leaves, reconciles with his father. This planet is very hard to not get dark side points on it, because you have to pretend that you are not evil. Or you have to pretend that you're evil. Or just be Ryan.
You can do the big chat option.
Well,
you have to take a trial. And
you can't do the big chat option until...
No, I'm talking about the one during the trial.
No, if you save Korriban for last, you can be like... So you gotta do all these trials, and then a final one is to go into the ancient tomb of Sith Lord Naga Sadow and retrieve a Sith lightsaber. Now, up to this point, the main guy who's instructing you is named Uther Wynn. He has an apprentice named Yuthura Ban. Yuthura says, hey, poison Uther, and you and I can take over this academy. You can now either poison Uther.
That's what it had to do with the chat option I was talking about.
Well, hang on. You can either go poison Uther, or tell Uther that Yuthura wants to poison him, and he will have you poison her. At this point, you can poison both of them. The light side option, believe it or not, is to not poison either of them. So you do this, and at the end, they both confront you in the tomb, and they're like, all right, very good, very good. My last task that I have for you is to kill Yuthura. And she's like, yeah? I don't think so. He's siding with me. And at this point, the dark side option is to kill Ymethura. The light side option is to kill Uther. So you kill Uther, and then Ymethura's like, yeah, lol, I'm going to kill you. So you fight her.
Or you do what Ryan did and kill them both at the same time.
So you fight her, and when she gets to low health, she surrenders. If you have high enough light side points, you can convince her to go to the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine. She'll do that. She'll leave. Now you have to fight your way out of Korriban because they think you've killed both of the instructors. So the final star map was in that tomb too. So you do that. Upon leaving this planet, you are ripped out of hyperspace by Malak's flagship, the Leviathan.
It's Big Gay.
Oh, fuck! I forgot about Jolee!
No one cares about Jolee.
Jolee is essential to the story. Okay, I gotta back it up.
Jolee is just an angry old black
Kashyyyk-
man.
On Kashyyyk, you get a black Jedi named Jolee. He's really cool. Anyway, so you get kidnapped by the Sith and on their ship. Admiral Kareth is torturing you, Bastila, and...
Yes.
I've butchered this whole thing. I forgot about the whole fucking romance subplot with Bastila, which is 100% important to the story. So at this point, you can romance Bastila. And the two of you kind of fall in love. Anyway.
Gay.
So you're torturing Bastila to try and get the Jedi Enclave location. You can tell him it's on Alderaan, which is a funny reference to... Well, it's a funny reference to Leia in A New Hope, because when Tarkin asks her where it is, she says Dantooine. Light side option is just to ignore him. Kareth is like, we already knew where it was anyway. We've destroyed it. You could choose one of your party members to come rescue you, and you're all freed, and you go confront Kareth on the bridge. You let Karth kill Saul Kareth, and as Saul Kareth is dying, he tells Karth he has something to tell him. It's unintelligible whispers. Karth flies into a blind rage and starts yelling at Bastila about something. She asks if they can continue it later. You make your way to the hangar bay to get on the Ebon Hawk and leave, and you encounter Darth Malak. Karth tries to shoot him. Malak throws him on his ass. Malak looks at you and he's like, shit, bro. It's been years. I didn't know you were still alive. What's up? You had no idea what he's talking about. He then drops the ball that you are Darth Revan, and the Jedi pretty much used you. You then have a fight with him.
Down like a bitch.
Well, no, he's too powerful. Bastila shows up and gives you time to fight him. Or she does a Trask Ulgo. So you flee. You shoot your way out of there. You go to Manon. And you're like, ah, geez, what are we going to do? And Karth is like, you got to tell the whole crew who you are, you big liar. And you tell the whole crew that you're Darth Revan. Nobody gives a shit. Canderous respects you, and Karth is like, oh, I don't know, you haven't betrayed me yet. So you go to Manon, you encounter Darth Band, and you get the last star map, and it takes you to the secret thing in the unknown regions called the Star Forge, created by the Infinite Empire. It's essentially a magic MacGuffin.
The most powerful MacGuffin. Yeah,
it just shits out infinite fleets of Star Destroyers. You go there to stop it. You get shot down over the planet it's above called Lihan, and you encounter the Rakata, who are the original Infinite Empire. You do some tasks for them. You get your way into a temple there to figure out how to turn off the energy shield around the planet. Bastila shows up. She's Darth Malak's apprentice now. You fight her, and this is the point in the game that I love. You can either join her and kill Jolee and Juhani, because they insist that they go with you, or you just say, no, you won't do it, and she flees. Light side option is not to kill him. The Ryan option is to join the dark side. If you join the dark side, you go back to the ship. Karth runs off into the forest.
Never
and
to be
then
seen again.
You can convince Zalbar to kill Mission, because since you saved him...
That's a dick move.
It is. It is a very dick move. Of course, light side option on this happens. You link up with the Republic fleet outside of the Star Forge. You board it, and you fight your way through to find Darth Malak. You encounter Bastila, you fight her, and she's like, God damn it, you're super duper strong, just kill me, I'm a disgrace. And you're like, no, Bastila, come back to the light. I love you. And it's like, okay, she comes back to the light. It's
really not hard to do, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's not hard to do at all. You then confront Malak for the last time, beat him in quite possibly the hardest fucking BioWare duel that I've ever seen. That's it, you win. And then... he's
real hard unless you have the instant kill ability, and then he just dies.
Yep, So Malik comes back to the light at the last minute when you kill him. Everybody wins. Now we go off
Except
screen.
for Malik, he's dead.
Well, he's dead. We go off screen for a couple of years. Revan has embraced the light and the dark side of the Force. The Council don't agree with it, but there's not much they can do. He and Bastila get married. She gets pregnant. Revan starts having horrible nightmares about something in the unknown regions until his memory finally comes back to him that the Emperor is still out there. So one day out of the blue, he just finds an old friend of his named Mitra Surik to come with him on a quest to bring an end to the Sith. He completely abandons Karth and Bastila, takes the Ebon Hawk, meets up with Canderous and says, Canderous, when I killed Mandalore the Ultimate, I hid his mask on this planet. It's up to you to reunite the Mandalorians and provide a second wave of defense in case we fail. Canderous becomes Mandalore the Preserver. Revan and his now apprentice Mitra Surik go to Dromund Kaas to face the Emperor. The Emperor kills Mitra... Well, that doesn't happen yet. The Emperor captures Revan, and Mitra Surik flees and is gravely wounded. They don't explain how she meets Kreia.